Finally, I was able to come outside. It's slowly melting, and I start to work on the garden. This is one of my favorite times of the year, going around to see the damage. Well, that's not, the nice part, but the nice part is to see what's still going nicely. Like these blueberries, we can see that they are budding up, and the cherry tree here also is doing very well. If you see this tape, is because the snow keep breaking the branches. So, but sometimes they heal. Like, let me show you one. You can see this branch was like coming up, it broke down, and I didn't see it, but it heals back and is actually alive. So this happened like probably a couple of years ago, but here I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 spots where it broke, and I'm supporting them up, see if they're gonna heal. Then let's see the other berry bushes. They're all doing great. Like this is the black currant, and it's nice. Then I got the haskap too. They're all nice and alive. I move a couple of things around, like for example, one haskap that was here, I put it in the corner right here to give it more space. I was able to go around, fix a little the beds, clean up, as you see, the few remaining things that I had. I also already added, for example, you're gonna notice this is like wood ashes from what I burn in my stove during the winter. It's all hardwood, and I added to all of my soil because I have acidic soil, so it can only help a bit with the pH. Here I have the gooseberries, also doing very well. Gooseberries, there is the how you call it? Cranberries is doing good. The experiment with the fig tree that I show you, I tried to bend the branches down to the ground and cover them. I don't think it worked. But these branches, surely not. I can tell they are dead. I can see some mold there. Maybe, no, I don't think it worked. Anyway, this year what I'm gonna do, if it comes back, the shoots, as soon as they come, I'm gonna train them low. So hopefully that is gonna work. The grapevine, I'm sure it's fine. It still doesn't show any signs of waking up. I can tell few branches are dead. Let's say you see the difference in color. This one is completely dead, dry, but this one is probably, if I scrape, we can see green underneath. I'm sure it's fine until, I don't know, we'll see. This is a corner I still didn't touch, it's still a mess. Here is a few more beds, as you can see. Here I have some pieces that are a little larger, but it's good. It's just add, some more stuff to the soil. And let's see, I got strawberries here. Now for the important part, the melons. First of all, sorry for the audio. I'm using a new phone, and with the microphone, I don't know how it's gonna be with the traffic. Anyway, here I'm gonna have, I added a tunnel. I had 2 last year. I added this one. I'm gonna have 2 for melons. One is this one with these black beans, and one is with the black bean down there. These are gonna be my heat storage. I'm gonna fill them up with water. I lost quite a bit of space, but what it's gonna give me is gonna give me a nice, temperature overnight, hopefully, because the water is gonna heat up during the day and then release the heat during the night. I'm gonna have a plastic cover. This is gonna be the first bed. I might try to plant melons next weekend, and I'm gonna have also maybe a heating cable for emergency if it goes really below, because sometimes we could still get a -10 here. So We'll see. I'll show you next weekend if I do anything. This is gonna be pepper and eggplant with the plastic to start them earlier. And here is gonna be my other melon that maybe is gonna be in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I'm gonna put it out. I just had one bean, and I just have to fill them with water. Actually, I forgot. Cover them, and then I'll attach the plastic maybe today later. Here I have the kiwi that doesn't look bad. I think, yeah, it's not waking up yet, but it looks pretty good. I have the two, the male down there and the female here, I think, or the opposite. No, this is the female and that's the male. And I got the little tea berry bush with the berries. Actually are ready to pick. You can make some tea, some kind of dessert maybe. What was very bad, the damage that I had this winter, we had lots of fruit trees that were really damaged, and as you can see, the hedge too, I have holes here and there because we had lots of ice and lots of snow back and forth. So I decided to actually take out most of my fruit trees because they were just getting beat up every year by the snow, because they were small, no? So the snow and the ice, they would just break the branches, and if it wasn't the snow, then in spring it would be the deers, because they still have, in spring when there's snow, the deers can come in from here and they come eat all the new little branches and the buds. So I left, this is a apple right here, and I left the hazelnut here. The hazelnut, supposedly the deer they don't touch, but we'll see. And then I have a pear right here that I try to protect as I could, and it's right in here. So I'm gonna leave this tree. The other one, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. And here is where I have the herbs or the perennial garden. I moved that little arch from the other place, and on this side I'm just starting now to clean up. I can see the herbs that are waking up, like this one is the lovage, and right there it's the sage that I still don't see nothing, but I'm sure it's gonna come back. But the lovage is putting out. Oregano is doing fine. I can see the thyme. Here I got some hyssop, some more thyme, and down there the savory, the chives, everything is coming out nicely. Then I was able also to start doing the potatoes, preparing the potato bean. What I do every year when I go around, I empty this bean into the garden, and then I go around and get all the junks, you know, it's like dead grass, some extra soil, whatever I clean up, leaves. You can see it's really all the junk, and that's what I use for the potatoes. I put it at the bottom, then I'll put some compost, maybe some fertilizer if I have something, and then I plant the potato on this and cover with the leftover from vases of last year, you know, like all my flowers that I had. I'm gonna use that, and that's how I grow the potato in the bin. And the year after, they're gonna go in the soil, and it's gonna go around like this. And here I have the fruit trees that I was telling you about. I have 2 hazelnuts, and then I have like a pear, apple, quince. This one was really beat up. It's another apple, and I got these beans here. They're 50-liter beans. I'm gonna keep them here. I'm gonna grow them until they are nice and sturdy, at least 6 feet high, if not more, 7, and then put them back in the garden, because this way I can kind of babysit them back into health and into a strong, you know, tree, and then I'll bring them back there. So maybe it's gonna be a couple of years, but this way I'm sure I can save them. And I have, let me see, yeah, I have the rosemary that I was able to overwinter in the garage. Bay leaves, I don't see nothing, but these two were all winter in the garage. They went down to -6. The rosemary, I can tell that it's fine because you can see the little buds. This one I don't know, but I'm sure it's gonna come out. And then I have a kind of a mixed plant. I have some leeks already out there. This one is a black eye Susan. I got 2 Aesops. If he comes back, I don't know. Anyway, they're mostly left over from last year. I got a peach from seed that I'm just keeping alive. I have some blackberries here. Same thing, they weren't ground, but they weren't doing much good, so I'll get them in the vase or babysit them a couple of years. And I'm gonna show you inside now what I have. So we are in the garage where I have a couple of figs. One is actually making little fruits. I have a passiflora waiting to go outside. I have my artichokes. I got some lettuce, Swiss chards. I got my brassicas, kale, cabbage, broccolis, some more lettuce, some more artichokes. I got some Roman chamomile. And the first package of the year, this is also another reason why I like this time of the year, because during winter I order a whole bunch of stuff from a whole bunch of company and I forget about it, and so it's like a nice surprise when I get them. And so let me see what we have here. So I got some more asparagus because I have a few spots in the bed that they were empty, so I'm gonna fill up those empty spots. And I got 3 potatoes. I got Russian blue, it's a mid-season, and I got French fingerling, late season, and German butterball, that is a mid-season. This year I think I went overboard because if I remember correctly, I have in total 10 different varieties of potatoes. From this company I ordered these 3, like it's a 1 kilo bag, so it's like a little bit more than 2 pounds. From another company I ordered only I think 4 potato of each of 7 different varieties, so it's gonna be a little less, but it's gonna be like the potato here. We'll see how it goes. Now I'll show you my seedlings. So we got the melons that they are doing so and so. This was the one that are supposed to go out first, but I'm probably gonna change because this one they went into shock when I transplant them. I did it in a rush. I broke the root ball, and so they really went into shock. And just now they are starting to come back up to life. So this one probably they're gonna stay here for a couple of weeks and then going out. And then I have here some celery, some peppers. I got my tangerine that, let's see, you can see little tangerines actually growing. So maybe this year I can get some sweet tangerine. And let me show you on the other room. I got right here, I got a whole bunch of tomatoes. Here I have more melons. They are in a smaller pot, but they're doing actually better than the other. So this one, they might be the one that I'm putting out next weekend. I got more peppers, tomatoes. I got my basil. I got the little alpine strawberries that are actually already flowering. Those ones that they can come out anytime now. And then last here I have zucchini, cucumbers. I got some eggplants, and then here I have the net because I have cats that otherwise they're gonna eat them up. I got peppers and some more zucchini, squashes, cucumbers, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna show you for now. Outside is still nice, so I'm gonna go back out to do some more work, and next weekend maybe I'll make another video, show you how the stuff is growing. Take care, I'll see you. So we got the melons that they are doing so and so. This was the one that are supposed to go out first, but I'm probably gonna change because this one they went into shock when I transplant them. I did it in a rush. I broke the root ball, and so they really went into shock. And just now they're starting to come back up to life. So this one probably they're gonna stay here for a couple of weeks and then going out. And then I have here some celery, some peppers. I got my tangerine that, let's see, you can see little tangerines actually growing. So maybe this year I can get some sweet tangerine. And let me show you on the other room.